Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Andracer108 here, and I am back with yet another video. And what a video within a week! That's so uncharacteristic of me. But yeah, like I said before, since it's summer now, I have like loads of more free time, and I can do videos on the fly now as well. So yeah, but today I kind of wanted to talk about more about the project that I'm doing, and I actually made loads of improvements since last time. I didn't expect for me to make this much improvement since like last video, and I actually did a lot in 1 week. So I'm going to give you a basic rundown of the improvements that I did, and I also showed them in the video because I'm actually recording the audio of this video and the actual video separately, so they could like have a bit more management regarding editing and stuff. So yeah, anyways, so I made this basic list so it helped me describe, and I'm gonna start it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is that I made these new camera settings. As you can see, it's one of the most notable things now that I did in this one of these like improvements. So as you can see, there's some new positioning. Definitely the vehicle is like is farther away from the camera and looks smaller in the overall image of the game. So yeah, I think this could be like a far, like how far follow option for the camera, and then the default follow would be the one that I had before. But I kind of like this new one because it gives you like a sense of control, and also it's very, very good for an open world environment, just like it is currently in the game, in the current project that I have. So yeah, another thing that I added is that if you notice, there's a little bit of noise in the actual camera, and it sort of like shakes a bit. I had the idea that it would like shake more the faster you get, just to get you a little bit into like the you a little bit into the environment, and like make you feel a little bit immersed into the game. But yeah, there's just a little small thing that I added just for a little bit of atmosphere and stuff like that. So yeah, and last video I mentioned a problem regarding the camera sort of like shaking and jittering and causing the object to also jitter or something like that, and it's actually being on the way. It's like on the way to be solved. I still need to check in a new version of Unity to check this thing if it's still solved. But first, the Unity I can't talk today. Unity has to release an official version of their software before I can actually test this and see if it's actually solved. But yeah, it's on the way to being solved, and I'm actually quite happy that people are actually working with me now to solve this problem. So yeah. Alright, so I think that's actually everything about the camera. So let's move on to something else. Another notable thing that you're seeing right now is that I actually am importing some different models into the project, and these are mostly just like track segments, and I kind of wanted to convert the scene into like more of like a playground for me to be able to test in, rather than just a simple track. And it's actually been working quite well for me. I'm able to explore different effects much more efficiently now, or I would run into unexpected problems much more quickly because I get put into these situations much better. For example, one of them I called the hover persistence test, and it's that really like exaggerated bump, those really exaggerated bumps. And what that does is basically test how my vehicle can stick to the actual ground and not be able to fly off. And I actually had someone comment about that, saying that I should like let the vehicle fly away, and I actually may do that in the future. But for now, I kind of just want it to be able to stick to the ground, because I feel like that gives you more control and makes the whole project feel a little bit more professional. And also, the tracks that I'm going to do are going to be all twisty and all Hot Wheels like. So I kind of need that stickiness to make sure the hover vehicle doesn't like fly off into the distance or something. But yeah, anyways, speaking of the hover vehicle, I also overhauled the driving system, and now it's supposed to work slightly better than before, even though there can't be much not much improvement can be seen like with the naked eye. You have to be like either really feeling the game, or you have to be the developer himself, so to know like what you're talking about regarding the driving system overhaul. But what I did is, for example, now there's a reverse. Now the hover vehicle can reverse, and while there's much more work to be done, I think it's a nice improvement. And another thing is that, like I said before, there's going to be more improvements on the driving system. I still need to improve it as much as possible to make the driving system simple, but at the same time maybe a little bit unique. So yeah, the last but not least that listing that I have for this video is that I actually implemented the multi-point hovering system that I said last time. Last time I said that how it hovers right now is quite like impractical because it only uses 1 point throughout the vehicle and actually calculates the distance from the middle of the vehicle, from like the underside and the middle of the vehicle, which is quite impractical because if there's like a bump, it won't be able to sense it in time, and the vehicle would react in a delayed way. And now I managed to make the multi-point hovering system. Now there are like 4 points throughout the hover vehicle, and now it can hover quite accurately, if I do say so myself. It feels like a little bit more natural how it hovers, but there's still a lot more improvements to be done, and I'll talk about that later on. Another thing that I really like about this new multi-point hovering system is there's actually a lot of modularity. You can modify the hover points however you want. You can even add or decrease the hover points, and the vehicle would still work as great as ever, except if you only do 1 hover point or just 2, otherwise then the vehicle would be slightly imbalanced. But yeah, it's very modular. You can like modify it in any way you want, and this actually ties in well with that simulation thing I mentioned last time that I want to have in the future of this project, because that allows you to have like different settings for the hover vehicle, and they would allow you to maybe even have certain advantages on certain tracks or situations. So yeah, it's a starting point for that sort of thing, and I'm actually very, very proud of it. However, this system is actually a bit less stable than the other one, because if you can see like in the video, sometimes the hover vehicle like reacts very exaggerated when it hits a bump, and that's a thing that I actually need to work on. But like I said, when I started working on it, more problems start to show themselves. So I decided that I would like stop there for now and leave the improvements for another time and just get to doing the video. And I think that's about it. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this update about my projects, and see you all later, and have a nice day.